Quasi here, and in this video, I'm gonna share with you the 2 keys that I personally use in my life to shift myself at the very core level and attract whatever it is that I want in my life, only by making a complete transformation, not a partial one, but a complete one at the identity level. And by the end of this video, you're gonna learn why it is that you keep attracting the things that you don't want, and why you're not actually even worthy enough to attract what it is you want now, and how to get to a point that you do become worthy of that and attract things like money, relationships, and the actual things you do want. So make sure you stick around till the end of this video to learn the 2 keys I personally use and our clients at the Reality Mastery Program use in their lives as well. So before I begin this video, I wanted to quickly announce that the free one-to-one consult for the Reality Mastery Program is open. So if you want to sign up for that and see if we'll be a good fit to work together and if I can actually help you transform your life, make sure you click on the link in the description below to sign up. And also make sure you comment Life Mastery down below for a chance to win my book for free in the ebook format at the end of the week. With that, let's get started. So in this video, I'm going to be pulling back the curtain on identity shifting. And for those of you who know, it's the deepest level of change you can get. So right now, most of us are operating from an unconscious or a subconscious identity, which is governing what we're experiencing. What you experience right now is all a result of who you are within. So to give you a better understanding of this, there are 3 paradigms of manifestation or reality creation. Okay, the lowest level paradigm is the having paradigm. This is where you're focused on what you can have, what you can take, and what you can get for yourself. So this paradigm is mostly concerned with lottery wins. You win the lottery, or you get a quick win, or you get a quick high, and it's the absolute lowest paradigm there is. The next level above that is the doing paradigm. That's when you're focused on what you can do, what activity and what action you can take in order to get something, okay? So that's focused on, okay, well, how do I get this? How do I get money? How do I manifest this? Most people reside at this level, and they're mostly focused on doing. The highest level of all is the being paradigm and the becoming paradigm. This level is focused on aligning with the energy of what it is you want and sort of create a permanent transformational change so that becomes your neutral level. Okay, so to give you an example, when I became worthy of the 20K month, that became my default, right? So I started doing that in my sleep. When you become worthy of something, then that keeps coming into your life more and more. Okay, that becomes your neutral level. So right now, all of us have this neutral level, this neutral being level, and as a result of that, we're experiencing whatever we're experiencing. So if you switch and shift that neutral level and become worthy of the very thing that you want, then you no longer have to, do something to get it, but rather the doingness follows, and as a result of that, the havingness comes as well. So it goes from being to doing to having. What most people do is they change the havingness or they change the doingness without changing the beingness. So that's why they keep getting temporary results in their lives. And this is exactly why I do the Reality Mastery Program, where we help you shift at the very core, at the identity level. So with that said, what I'm going to share with you is why most people are unable to shift themselves at that very core, and why they keep attracting these same situations, and why I was there too when I first started off with relationships, or even in my business, and how I struggled, how I've overcome that. Okay, so the biggest problem is most people right now are radiating an unclear energy, and I was there too. So what you got to understand is that we start to focus on doingness before we even know what we want. To give you an example, I wanted to go to financial freedom. When I wanted to go to financial freedom, first thing I thought was how. I didn't even clearly define what it is I wanted. And turns out, I didn't even want financial freedom. Like, what's the point if I jump from one toxic, mind-numbing professional job to maybe doing something that I don't even like? So what I did was, immediately I jumped to stock trading. I said, okay, well, somehow I'm going to get financial freedom and replace my professional engineering job with stock market trading. And I saw that, well, stock market trading isn't so much better than working at my professional job, because, at least in my professional job, I'll have people to communicate with, and I'm not too into stock market trading. This isn't something that I want to do. I want to work with people, I want to give value, and I want to share and help other people transform as well. So I saw that it's not really the financial freedom I wanted, but rather I wanted to do something more fulfilling, something that gives me fulfillment, okay? So I saw that I wasn't defining what it is I wanted, and as a result, I wasn't able to attract that sort of vehicle, the how, that I actually needed to get to my goal. So I had to first of all get clear on what it is I wanted. And the next thing I saw was that in my business, I kept getting stuck. In my business, what I saw was that I started attracting the kind of clients that I didn't want. When I did end up starting my business, my coaching business, the Reality Mastery Program, I started attracting clients that I didn't want. The kind of clients that couldn't afford my services, or the kind of clients that, were a headache, a pain in the ass to work with. And this happened initially. When that kept happening, I saw that, well, it's not something external that's the problem, it's internal. So this is when the who came in. I didn't really know who it is I needed to become to attract the ideal clients that I wanted in my program. And as a result of that, I started attracting headache clients and the kind of clients I didn't want to work with. So I saw that my internal world needed to change. So I radiate a clear energy of what I will accept and what I will not accept. So most people right now, because they don't know what it is they want, because they don't know who it is they need to become to achieve it, never end up achieving their goals. And they keep trying to mess around with different opportunities, different business ventures, different manifestation techniques, and they try to go to the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. So this shiny object syndrome becomes a perpetual reality for them. And the only way around that is to understand intimately what it is you want. What's the larger vision for your life? And who it is you need to become. And at the end, the 2 keys, we're going to discuss this. So make sure you stick around for that. So with that being said, once I started understanding what my larger vision is for my life, what I saw myself, what I actually wanted to do with my life, and who it is I needed to become to achieve that goal, and constantly becoming and being that version of myself every single day, all of these things started to fall in place for me. This became my neutral level. I started hitting the kind of income that I wanted, the kind of revenue I wanted in my business. I started getting my clients the kind of results that you probably see in the community if you're subscribed every single day. I wake up to these great testimonials and people just completely transforming their lives, all a result of who I've become. None of these would have been possible. I probably wouldn't have been able, if you would have seen me, if you look at some of my videos 3 or 4 months ago, I was a completely different person then. I wouldn't be able to communicate with you right now the way that I am communicating. It was funny because I was just looking at some of my videos 6 months ago and I was so stuttered and so uncertain. You'll see that when you're certain, when you're clear, you just see your goal and there's nothing to do but take one foot in front of the other and get it. Right? So people who are 100% laser sharp focused, who know what they want for their lives, distractions inevitably get eliminated, right? So you wouldn't waste time doing on things that you know won't benefit you towards your goal. Because now you know exactly what you need to do because you're so clear on your what. This is what I want happening for you as well. Getting so laser sharp focused on your what that all the distractions, they just fall apart anyways. And you just strive straight to your goal. Okay? This is also the biggest reason why people keep attracting the kinds of relationships they don't want. Whether this be romantic relationships, whether this be professional relationships, whether this be even social relationships with their friends. I saw that this was the case for me. I saw that when I was younger, I would keep, vouching for my friends and, I would travel like an hour and a half to meet my friends, but then they would show up late, right? I was being a people pleaser. And this was because I was bullied and I was grasping at straws. So what that means is I was coming from a place of lack instead of a place of abundance. And I saw that, I need to please every single person around me and everyone needs to like me. So I was focusing on becoming that version of myself that tries to please everyone. When you try to please everyone, at best, you're going to get acquaintances, okay? Naturally, let's say if you want to succeed in any area of your life, you have to be polarizing, right? If you look at famous people, there's inevitably going to be someone who absolutely hates that person because they're very, very polar. They're very, very polarizing, right? But then there's also other people that absolutely love them, right? So you got to understand that you can't please everyone, but you can, absolutely really have some people that love you and you love them and you totally resonate with them, but you also have some people that are going to fall apart as a result of that. This is when you know you're being completely direct and completely clear in the kind of energy you're radiating, all right? Or else you'll just be radiating neutral energy. So ask yourself this: would you rather have a few people that are very close to you that love you and absolutely support you 100%, and a few people that hate you and absolutely are against you? Or would you rather have everyone just be neutral towards you? No close friends, nothing, but just everyone's just neutral. I would rather have the former than the latter, right? So the kind of relationships you attract, and the social, professional, business, romantic, whatever it may be, it's because you radiate an unclear energy at the being level. I saw that I was radiating this unclear energy of what I will accept and what I will not accept. I wasn't doubling down on myself. I was doubling down on other people, right? I wasn't putting myself first. If you don't put yourself first, no one else will put you first, okay? If you start to do things that go against what you're trying to bring into your life, then other people are going to start doing those things to you as well. So to give you an example of that, I have a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneur friends who actually pirate courses. They buy courses or share courses for free, but they also have their own courses to sell. But then what happens is they can't sell their courses for high enough prices, because what happens is they don't feel they're worthy of that, because they won't pay that kind of price to actually get a transformation in their lives. So they can't expect to charge someone else that and charge that to them to get that transformation. So what they keep doing is, this is the mirror principle, right? If I can't do that to someone else, how can I expect to do that for me, right? If I can't pay $2,000 to $3,000 for someone else's course, how can I charge my course for $2,000 to $3,000? It becomes ridiculous, right? And as a result of that, they don't become confident in their own offering. So you got to invest in yourself first before you expect other people to invest in you. You got to double down on yourself first if you want to expect other people to double down on you. You got to like yourself first if you want to expect other people to like you, right? If I didn't believe in my own product, if I didn't believe in the Reality Mastery program, I wouldn't have clients coming into it, right? It's because this identity level shift has happened that all of these things are occurring. Why you guys are even watching this channel right now. If I didn't believe in what I had to share and I didn't communicate with you all as a result of where it's coming from, you probably wouldn't even be watching this channel. If I were just like, maybe you can work on your what and why and do this and do that. If I were to communicate with you like that, you would see the uncertainty that I have in what I have to offer. And as a result of that, you would feel the uncertainty and get turned off and be like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, right? So this is exactly it. You got to get to a point where you, at the very being level, see who it is you need to become to be worthy of your goal and work on systematically becoming that version of yourself, all right? So going back to the scarcity and abundance mindset, in my social relationships, in my professional relationships, I saw that people were dumping responsibilities on me because I would just accept it, because I would tolerate it, right? You get what you tolerate. If you tolerate shitty behavior from other people, if you tolerate shitty behavior from your clients, then you're going to get shitty behavior in return. You're going to get more and more of shit dumped onto you. This is just how life is, right? But if you refuse to tolerate that kind of behavior and you say, no, I'm not going to tolerate that, and you just walk away, then people will know not to push your boundaries because they will know that this is your boundary. Past this, you won't tolerate it. So what I was doing was having no boundaries. I was operating from a place of lack, of scarcity. Oh, I don't have friends, grasp at straws to make friends. Oh, I don't have clients, just take any client. Just take any client. Don't take any client. That fucks up your brain. That fucks up your whole subconscious. Because now you're saying to yourself, oh, I'll just do anything for it. I'll just do anything. You're operating from a place of scarcity. If you can't wait for the right opportunity to come up, if you're not patient enough for it, then it will never come. Okay? The right thing is coming for you. You just got to be patient enough to just wait it out. All right? So I saw that in my life, not only in my social relationships, but every single area of my life, I was operating from a place of scarcity. Because this sort of mindset transfers onto every single area of your life. This is a core internal thing. This is your being level. Your being level will transfer into every other thing. Right? There's an interesting phenomenon called the winner effect. If you start winning in one area of your life, let's say you start winning in the gym, then naturally you're going to start winning in your business, and you're going to start winning in every single other area of your life as well. So you just got to be in that mindset of a winner. Okay? So I hope all of this made sense. What I'm going to do right now is share with you 2 keys that's going to help you make this transition at the being level, so that you can start to radiate that clear energy, attract the kinds of things you want, and not have to tolerate shit that you don't like. Okay? Key number 1, understand intimately what it is you want for your life. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, where do you see your life going? What would you like to see? What would you be doing? Who are you around? What kind of people are you around? And then understand intimately who it is you need to become to achieve that. What sort of characteristics do you need to have? What sort of principles, what sort of values do you have when you're there? What sort of habits do you have when you're there? Understand both of these. Okay? Understand your what and your who. If you do this and you live by this who, work on becoming this who every single day, you will naturally see that every single other distraction will fall apart anyways. Because this is the level of clarity you need to achieve. Right? Number 2, at first you're going to have to consciously eliminate anything that goes against it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be uncomfortable because you're not used to this. You're used to being the old you. And the 2 cells will fight against each other. This is why we have coordination. If you don't know what coordination is, click up here. I made a video on it. Check it out. But essentially, coordination is a way for you to keep that old self under control, starve it out, let it die out, and feed the new self more and more. So you become completely within yourself, this new version of yourself that is required for you to achieve these goals. This is all you need to do. Okay? You need to get to a point where you become a no man. People say, oh yes, just say yes to everything, become a yes man. No, become a no man. It's not about how much you add to your life. It's about what you can remove, how empty you can make your life. Clothes that you don't wear, throw them away. Shit that you don't need, throw it away. Function on as little as you can. You don't need to have 1 million friends. Have 2 that you hang around with. Have more empty space in your life. And you'll see, naturally, you'll be able to put in that which actually matters. This is what's known as the 80-20 principle. Doing that one thing that produces 80% of the results. If you look at your life, where you are right now, 20% of the actions have produced 80% of the results you've seen. Any business that gains a level of success, 20% of the actions are producing 80% of the results you see. Focus on that 20%. And with that, I conclude this video. So just to recap, why most people are never able to transform completely is because they always work at the surface level. They always work at the having or the doing. They never work at the being paradigm. Once you find out your what, your clear vision for your life, and who it is you need to become, then you no longer radiate an unclear energy. You become clearer. Right? Your relationships start to get better because you know you will not tolerate this shitty kind of relationship. And to give you an example, I was attracting shitty kinds of clients into my program who I wouldn't want to work with, who were low quality, who wouldn't invest in themselves, or who wouldn't be able to afford the services, or who wouldn't even, be able to do the work, who weren't even willing to put in the work, who didn't respect the kind of program that I had, right? And this was all a result of what I was willing to accept, what I would accept and what I would not accept. And I saw that once I let these clients in, what would happen is they would just complain. So I said, no, look, I don't care. I don't care about your money. I don't want this headache in the longer run. I would rather work with someone who is actually committed 100% to doing the work and actually in the content and actually applying this stuff to get the results. Right? So you got to understand what you will accept and what you will not accept. Get clear on that. Even relationship-wise, I saw that I was attracting toxic relationships with my friends. I saw that some of my clients were struggling with toxic relationships. Once we helped them shift at that identity level, they no longer attracted these toxic relationships because they saw what it is they were willing to accept, what it is they want, who it is they need to become, and who it is they are. Their own principles, values, and that longer-term vision for their lives. All right? And what I saw in my personal life was that I was naturally operating from a place of scarcity. I was grasping at straws. With clients, I would take the one client that would want to come into my program instead of waiting for the right kind of client that I want to attract. Once I actually said no, more people started coming. The more no's I said, the more this value, the value of this product, got in my head. And the higher the value of this product, I started to believe in it. Because I saw that, no, this product is way more valuable than that. I'm not going to be doing that. I will not accept that. I will not tolerate that. As a result, I started getting more conviction in who I am. And as a result, people started to feel that. And as a result, I started attracting that. This is coming from abundance. Okay? And the two keys are, number one, intimately understand your what and who it is you need to become. And get really, really clear 5 years from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what it is you'd like to see your life. And number two, eliminate everything that goes against it. And with that, I conclude this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I hope you valued from it. If you like this kind of content, make sure you leave me a comment letting me know what you thought of it, and I'll make more of this stuff. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell there so you're notified of any new video that I put out. Also, I'm super excited to announce that the free one-to-one consult for the Reality Mastery Program is open. If you want to sign up, make sure you click on the link in the description below to see if we'd be a good fit to work together and see if I can actually help you take your life to the next level. What I've seen in my personal life was that it didn't matter, what I did, or it didn't matter, what sort of technique, what sort of methodology, or what I followed, but rather who I became at that identity level, exactly this. As a result of that, my relationships transformed. As a result of that, my finances transformed. As a result of that, my health transformed. Every single area of my life systematically improved, all a result of who I became within. And I know this is possible for you as well because we're helping our clients do this in their lives every single day. So make sure you click on the link below to sign up for the consult, and let's see if we're a good fit to work together. Also, make sure you take advantage of our free Facebook group, which is in the link in the description below. It's a very large group with like-minded people who you can mastermind off of, and you can take advantage of this as well. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, peace.